What up, sports fans? It's your boy CJ Richardson. Welcome back to We Talk Sports. And as you can see, what I'm doing right here, I'm just sitting here waiting for the NFL schedule to be released. Now, there have been all kinds of leaks today. Are they factual? Are they correct? Are they wrong? We don't know. So we have to go with what we do know. But before we get started, what I want to do, man, it's like bring my boy back on with me, my partner in crime, Rodney Jones Bay. What up, Rodney?
What's up, CJ?
Hey, look, man, you see what I'm doing, man. I'm just sitting here waiting on the NFL schedule to be released. I mean, what else is there to do?
That's about it.
I'm waiting, man. I mean, we're gonna get into this thing real quick. But how was your week, first of all? We gotta get.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
What about yourself?
Well, it was Mother's Day weekend. It's a bittersweet day for me. My parents are deceased, so but it was a lot of love. I can tell you there was a lot of love. So if everybody that's watching, we hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. And how was your Mother's Day, Rodney?
It was all right. I can't complain.
Good deal, my brother. It's all about the love, man. So right now, what I'm doing is sharing to various platforms. So if anybody wants to get on or be on the show, I will put a post, a link in the comments so that you can come on as well. And we hope somebody comes on tonight because we're talking about that schedule. Give me one more second and I'll be done. Let's see. We Talk Sports. Got to share it over there. All right, cool. I'm back. All right, cool. All right, Rodney, the schedule's about to come out, man. I'm through the roof. I'm excited. Who do you want week one?
Jacksonville or Washington.
Well, we kind of want the same thing for selfish reasons. We want Washington Commanders because I just like to shut their mouths up week one.
Quit.
And we want Jacksonville road trip.
Definitely.
That's what we want. Those are the two things that we want. And you had a piece of a league schedule, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, you got that with you? Let's tell the
people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Yeah, pull that up. What you got? What's up, Free Falling Foxworth? What's Shirley Mitchell, Ernest Harris?
How are you? All righty. So it's a parted schedule pre-league. So this is alleged, nothing confirmed.
Nothing's official.
So week one, we're supposed to be at Jacksonville. 1 p.m. on Fox. Week 9, it'll be Buccaneers at Cowboys. 4:00 game. Week 10, we'll be at the Packers. Week 13, the Colts come to town. Thanksgiving, we have the Bengals. That is confirmed.
Okay.
That's the only game that's confirmed. And then week 18, the Giants are in Jerry's World.
Packers game is confirmed.
Yeah, the
Packers game is confirmed, and the Buccaneers on Thanksgiving is confirmed as far as we know. So if anybody out there that's watching the program has any more leaks, hey, please do share them because this is the time and the place. What up, Chris? And as I said earlier, if anybody wants to be on the show, I'm gonna post this link where you can come on and talk with me and Rodney. Probably gonna be here about 30 minutes tonight, talking sports, talking a lot of smack because we want the smoke. That's just the way it is. I want all the smoke, Rodney. I'm telling you right now. It's about to be football season, and I want all the smoke. What's up, Zaquan? What's up, Boo Harris, Chris Sims, Shirley Mitchell? How y'all doing tonight, man? So allegedly, Jacksonville, week one.
Now, history shows that every time our schedule is leaked, it's correct. All the leaked schedules in the past that I've seen have been about 80% correct.
Okay. So sometimes the leaks are correct, and but we'll know more tomorrow. And the only reason I'm talking about the schedule today because I have to work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to do schedule show unless I come on late after the schedule has already been released. And
Yeah.
depending on the time that they release the schedule, I might be free tomorrow night so we can do a little something afterwards. But it's football, and we're ready. The smack talk has already began. First topic I want to get on is like everybody's clamoring over the fact that the Dallas Cowboys have the weakest schedule percentage wise. How do you feel about that right now? All this crap talk.
I mean, based on last year and then the teams we play, technically yes, but everybody gives their best when they play the Dallas Cowboys. So there's really no easy game on the schedule.
There are no easy games. I don't think there are any easy games either. I mean, and when they rank the schedule, um, it's based on last year.
Yeah.
It doesn't take into account the free agent signings, the draft picks, the off-season moves, player progression, because players get better, coaching changes. It doesn't take any of that into consideration. So I don't really put a lot of um stock into it. Tivoli says the internet says it will be released tomorrow. Oh, we know the official schedule will be released on tomorrow. We're just talking about it today because I may not be available early for it. So it definitely the schedule comes out tomorrow. That's a fact, So we're just talking about it today. We know we play Green Bay week 10. That's a fact, Tivoli. So if you want to smoke, we want to smoke too. So if your husband Chris wanted to smoke Cleveland, they got to find a quarterback first. That might be there week
Everybody was
1.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gave him too much credit. I gave him too much credit. I'm sorry. What Chris said, So somebody says Chris Sims. Wow, what happened to Chris? I'm not sure what happened.
I'm gonna go look it up.
Okay, yeah. So, but Tivoli says she's looking forward to it. That game with the Cowboys and Green Bay is always gonna be on and popping. I mean, everybody know that. I can't wait for that. But I need week 1. That's the game that excites me the most. So if you're a football fan, what is the team that you would like your team to open up with? Me and Rodney have already discussed it. We want Jacksonville on the road for the road trip. And if we can't get that, we want the Washington Commanders. That's just the way it is. That's what we want. What's up, Brenda? Nice to have you here. What's up, Dawn? Good evening. Write down what team you guys team do you represent so we know exactly who we're talking about. I'm a Cowboy fan. You wouldn't have known it, but I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Rodney is a Dallas Cowboys fan. He got it right behind him, 5-time Super Bowl champs. And people still hating on that, but they can't catch up. But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. That's just the way it is, man. And how do you feel about the offseason so far, Rodney? What the Cowboys have done to this point?
Kind of neutral. Like, I mean, we've addressed areas in the draft.
Right.
They just haven't been as aggressive as I would like them to be to try to get us, over the hump. Okay. So we'll see in training camp, and
definitely
that all pans out.
I feel pretty good, man. And sometimes if I don't know if it's possible that the Dallas Cowboys can keep a low profile, but sometimes out of the way is the best way.
Definitely.
Because like every off season we're doing something, and now everybody's talking about we didn't do enough. I kind of like that. Oh, the Cowboys didn't do anything. But maybe that right now that's where we need to be. We got rid of Amari Cooper. Who else left the team, Rodney?
Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory left. Right. So we maybe less is more, and maybe some of the draft picks will pan out. Dak's got another year under his belt. Maybe the line will get better and have more chemistry, because that's what it's really about, getting back to the grind and being able to run that football. And if we take any pressure off the defense, we're going to have a pretty good team. Other teams, they had good drafts. That's what they're saying about every team. They had great drafts. The Eagles had a great draft. The Giants had a great draft. The Commanders are still the Commanders. Now, but they had decent it was a decent draft. I'm not gonna bash
Right.
them,
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is the way I see the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys have the best quarterback in the NFC East.
Period.
Period. You got Carson Wentz, Jalen
Jalen
Hurts,
Hurts and
and
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Shotgun Jones. I think Dak is clearly better than all of them. I do. And I think we got the best wide receiver in the NFC East. I know they got with McLaurin in Washington. I'm not
AJ
sure
Brown.
who's the Giants number one receiver.
I really don't even know.
Then that tells me that we probably have a
They
better
don't.
one,
Yeah.
And then just because the Eagles went out and got AJ Brown,
Brown. Yeah.
but if you look at his numbers compared to CD Lamb's numbers the last 2 years, CD Lamb has better numbers. I think the only category that Brown has more, he has 16 touchdowns and CD has 14, but then Brown has like 1,900 yards and 18 and 1,900 yards passing in the 2 years reception wise, and CD has like 2,034 or something like that. So I'm gonna go with my guy every time. Okay, now when we get to the running backs in the league, the best running backs in the league, I'm still gonna go with my guys.
Zeke.
I'm gonna go with Zeke and Pollard over any other two combination running backs, 1-2 punches in the NFC East. And that's where you start, because I know what people are gonna say. And what about the entire league? Oh, I'm gonna go with my guys right now. We got to win the East first.
Yeah, you got to get out of your division.
Win the division first. That's what we want to do every year. So in the division, we have some strengths. Now, as far as the offensive line, that's got to pan out. And how do you feel about the offensive line, right?
We got to get better, and by drafting and depth, we can't,
What up, said?
I don't think we could have gotten any worse than we did last year.
Exactly,
so any
Chris.
upgrades or adds via the draft, we are already better than what we were last year.
Hey, Tom Gowdy he says, I want to win the first and the last game. And you know what that means, Tom. If you win your first game and your last game, 9 times out of 10, and if you win enough in between, that means you're going somewhere, and you might hoist something. So unless you won in 15 and the last game you won 2 and 14 or 15, and you won the first game and the last game, but we don't want to think like that. So I got you. Chris says I'm running the football is key. Definitely, we got to get back to running the ball, a balanced attack. Now, imagine if we have a fresh defense the entire game, because we worked our defense over last year and they still made plays.
Yep.
Now, here's a question for you, Rodney. How do you think our defense will fare this year? Because we created a lot of turnovers last year.
We did.
What Diggs had 11 interceptions?
Yep. Micah Parsons had 13 and a half sacks.
Okay. How do you see let's talk about Diggs first. How do you see his play on the field? And this is for everybody in the chat too. How do you see him progressing another year in, becoming an all-pro? How do you see him this year?
Getting better? Do you mean?
Yeah. No, I'm just asking, getting better or worse? I'm not sure. This is your answer, not mine.
I was just trying to figure the question. Right. But I see in his second year being more fundamentally sound.
Okay.
And not giving up a lot of yardage.
Okay.
So reading coverage is better, being his technique a little bit better.
Right.
I still want him to be aggressive, and and that comes with reading coverages and your IQ, and knowing your receiver.
I think he'll be a better all-around player, but I don't think he'll see as many balls. Because just like Deion Sanders, he was a beast every year, but some people just, I'm not throwing over there. And now that Diggs has proven, hey, if you keep testing me, I'm gonna win. So I'm not sure if opposing quarterbacks are gonna test him. Now I'm sure Tom Brady, the Bradys, people like that.
We need to get them two right there.
Right. Brady's and Rodgers, I'm sure some of the seasoned veterans, they may test them, but then they may find out the hard way that this ain't the guy to test. So I'm looking to see exactly what opposing quarterbacks, how are they going to look at him? Are we going to test him? Are we going to bait him? Or are we just going to go at him regularly? So I'm not sure. I don't think he'll have 11 interceptions this year because I don't think he'll get that many balls. That's what I'm saying. But I think he'll be a better all-around player with another year of the system. Right. And then Michael Parsons, oh, man.
He's gonna pick that. I think he's going to pick up where he left. Where he left off.
I think his usage is going to determine his numbers. I think he'll have more sacks, I do, but I think he'll improve in pretty much every area. More sacks, more tackles, more QB pressures.
Maybe even in some interceptions. It just depends on how we're gonna play him.
Right. So it all depends on what the scheme is dictating. How do you feel about the secondary?
I like Diggs. I like Curse returning. I like us getting back Hooker. Hooker, I think, with a year another year.
If he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy, I think he can be the dark horse in that secondary. Right. We still got Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis. They know the system. Hopefully, and then I mean we're deep.
So, definitely.
And then we have Kelvin Joseph as well that knows the system. So right. Just as long as everybody stays healthy. And because you have your corners, that chemistry. So if everybody stays healthy, I think we'll be okay in the secondary.
Cedric Bat says, I don't think they'll throw the ball his way. Me either, said. I'm with you, bro. I don't think they'll go at him. Also, I got a question for the Cowboy fans. And it's probably not the people that's watching because you guys are smarter than this. Where are all the people that were screaming, "We want Earl Thomas"? Where they at? I'm just asking.
Right here.
Hey, Earl Thomas got charges, bro.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful what you ask for. Sometimes people will show you exactly who they are. And talent, he's got talent. But if it was not for off-field problems, he'd probably still be on the field, man. So as talented as he is, he's out of football, man. I don't think he's gonna get back in because of the latest charges that he has, man.
Yep.
And teams weren't lining up, knocking down his door anyway.
Speaking of knocking down doors, how do you feel about RG3? We did give him a call.
Hey, man, listen. As a backup quarterback and me expecting Dak Prescott to have an MVP caliber season, RG3 would look really good holding that clipboard in case of emergency.
Yep.
Now don't get me wrong, man. I'm not the biggest Cooper Rush fan in the world. He's serviceable though.
Yeah.
He knows the system. He can come in. I think he came in and won a game last year.
Yep, against Minnesota.
So he's serviceable, but if you can upgrade,
yep.
Why not upgrade? And I think RG3, we pretty much wouldn't lose much with RG3 as a backup to Dak Prescott, maybe a little bit of accuracy, but athleticism, RG3 is a pretty good athlete. Just ran a 4.4 40.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was a good question.
I mean, you could also put him in some packages on the goal line and run some options.
That's where we're gonna have to stop. We can't really put him in no packages because we done paid Dak Prescott the big money. That is the package. That is the package. Dak not taking no plays off. He's the leader of the team. The only time I see Dak Prescott coming out of a game is out of. We already won it. We up 20 plus.
On the Commanders again.
Right. So there's no need in taking him out. So I'm expecting Dalton Schultz to have a big year as well.
Another Pro Bowl season.
Exactly, man. And he's like one of those. I was gonna say under the radar, but he can't. If you're a Cowboy fan, he can't be under the radar because he's too good to be under the radar.
There go Chris.
He's a
Kristen.
Chris. Oh, that's Tivoli's husband. All right.
Yeah, Chris chimed in. Detroit.
RG3 needs to stay in the booth doing college football. No, I disagree with you, Chris. RG3 has more football in him, and he's a Texas boy. He wants to come back. So why not let him? How old is Aaron Rodgers? How old is Tom Brady? How old was Ben Roethlisberger? Come on, man. We got to stop pushing our brothers out the game. We got to stop doing that. They ran him out. The Commanders ruined his career.
Yeah, they destroyed his career.
So we got to do better. We got to do better, man. You know. And who's under the most pressure, Rodney, this year for the Dallas Cowboys to perform? If you had to name one player that had to perform, who would you say? I got 3 on my immediate list. You know.
I got Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
I got Zeke.
Of course.
That's like a Zeke and let's see in a second.
It ain't that hard. Tank and Dak. Come on now.
Yeah, Tank.
And Dak. I mean, you make that kind of money, you got to perform too. You know. So Tank, Dak, Zeke, you know, they gotta perform, man. This year they gotta step up to the plate and lead this team to the NFC East Championship in a deep run into the playoffs. Point blank, period. We gotta have it. You know.
Basically, all of our leaders,
all of our big money guys gotta step up. Keith Woody says LVE. Yeah, LVE has the it's a make it or break it year for LVE, for real. And that's
you can be a backup if it don't work out.
Well, he might be off the team. You know, I'm just saying it's a make it or break it year because you know with the LSU linebacker that's coming back from injury, Cox.
Yeah, Jabril, you know, Cox.
So it's a make it or break it year.
Not Jabril, but
so no, that's the one I'm talking about. You know, he got injured last year. He didn't play a lot. You know, but we drafted the LSU linebacker that won't play this year. He's injured. We're not talking about him. We're talking about Jabril Cox back in the mix, so he could take some snaps away from LVE depending on how he plays.
Yeah, we've seen it with Smith, Jalen Smith.
Oh, definitely, and eventually cost him a roster spot.
Yep.
All right, I got another question for you. How much pressure is Mike McCarthy under this year?
Me personally, the seat is scorching. He can't even sit down.
I know that's right.
You know, and he better not lose to Green Bay.
He said the seat is scorching.
It's scorching.
Why is it so Why is
because
it so hot?
He's the Super Bowl winning coach, veteran. What his job was supposed to be is to come and enhance what we already had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The problem was we never had a coach that would get us over the top, a veteran Super Bowl caliber coach. And we, you know, quote unquote, we have that. So he should prepare the guys a lot better so we can make a deep run.
I got you. Somebody's calling, but we got to decline that right now. So yeah, so definitely he has to take us over the hump, because if not, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen?
One and done.
Well, there's a coach somewhere out there that we want.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Exactly. Chris says Jerry Jones is our coach.
You might be right.
Hey, look. All right. So yeah, Jerry Jones is not the coach. Jerry Jones is just the owner from HELL. You know, he's just one of those owners that's into everything. You know, and I ain't mad at Jerry either, man. So, you know, Chris Sandrinati says, yes, Chris. I don't know if that is true, that Jerry is the coach. I don't think he's the coach. He's just a owner that is into everything. Right. So who's winning the NFC East, Rodney? I gotta ask you.
The NFC East, us. Ain't even close. We gonna lock that up week 12.
You said not even close?
Not even close. Run away with that.
Not even close. That's what I'm thinking too. It ain't even close.
And I want the team. I want this year's team to be way more physical. I mean, even if, especially in the run game on offense, just keep pounding the ball.
You said just keep pounding the
Just
ball.
keep pounding the ball, man. I want them linemen to be nasty. I want that D line to be nasty. I just want us to be a nasty, smart team.
I know that's right. And that's the way it's gotta be. You know, we have to get back to the old ways because ever since we couldn't run the ball, ever since we haven't been able to run the ball, we haven't been good.
Yeah,
As good. As good. Okay?
4,000 yards and 36 touchdowns. That's great, but
Right.
it did. You know what I'm saying? That didn't help us get over the top. So
Exactly.
maybe 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards, and Zeke was like 1,200, maybe 1,500, and about 16 TDs or so. I think that's more of a Super Bowl winning formula.
I got you. Okay. All right, man. So it's not we're not gonna be here that long tonight. The actual schedule comes out tomorrow. So we'll be back with a follow-up show. So we hope you guys tune in tomorrow. All right, so we gotta go, man. But the Dallas Cowboys run the NFC East. All right. We run the NFC East, man. We'll catch y'all for another episode of We Talk Sports tomorrow night. All right? We're gonna holler back at y'all. Peace.